Welcome back to another deep dive. Today, we're going to be talking about AI stocks.
Oh, cool.
You sent in this article from The Motley Fool about 3 AI stocks that the author is buying in 2025.
Okay.
AI is obviously like the hot topic right now,
Yeah,
and it can be kind of hard to figure out like what's hype and what's the real deal.
definitely.
So let's see what this article has to say about where we might want to put our money.
Sounds good.
The Motley Fool has been around for quite a while, right?
Yeah, since 93, I think.
Yeah.
They've got a pretty good reputation, I'd say,
Yeah.
They focus on like long-term investing and making it accessible to like regular people.
Yeah, definitely. So let's dive into this article and see what these AI investment gems are all about.
Okay.
So the author, George Budwell, he starts off by saying that AI is not just like a fad, it's a total game changer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like a paradigm shift.
Yeah, exactly. Like a fundamental shift
Yeah.
that's going to impact like literally every aspect of the global economy. He even quotes some analysts who predict that AI could add trillions of dollars to the global GDP.
Trillions.
Trillions by 2030.
Wow, that's a big number.
That's huge, right?
Yeah.
So his main point is that like if you're an investor,
Okay.
you really need to be thinking long term
Okay.
and focusing on those companies that are set up to like grow alongside AI
Yeah.
for years, decades to
We're
come.
living the long game.
Yeah, exactly. So the first company he talks about is ASML Holding.
ASML Holding.
Yeah. You ever heard of them?
I don't think so. Not ringing a bell.
I hadn't either.
Hmm.
And they're not actually like directly making AI applications.
Okay.
What they do is they make the specialized equipment that's used to manufacture the super advanced chips
The chips
that are like
yeah.
the brains of AI, you know?
Okay, so they're like the backbone of the hardware.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's called extreme ultraviolet lithography,
Extreme ultraviolet. Wow, that's a mouthful.
EUV for short.
EUV.
And it's like essential for making these tiny, powerful chips.
So they're kind of like the picks and shovels during a gold rush.
Yes.
I love that analogy.
Like everybody needs what they have
Right?
to even get in the game.
Exactly. Everyone needed their tools. And get this, they pretty much have a monopoly
A monopoly.
on this EUV technology.
So they've got like a massive competitive advantage then.
It's a huge advantage. So like how does that translate into actual value for investors?
Okay, yeah.
Like what are we looking at here?
Well, like their stock trades at a premium compared to like the overall market, you know,
Okay,
which is a pretty good sign that investors are confident in their future.
that makes sense.
But the thing I find really interesting is that ASML kind of offers the best of both worlds, you know.
Oh, really? Like what do you mean?
They have growth potential because of their market position,
Okay.
but they also have a steady income stream,
Oh, interesting.
like a dividend, you know.
Oh, which is currently almost 1%, and they've been increasing it by an average of over 23% every year for the past 5 years.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
It's a nice combo for investors, right?
It is.
Growth and income.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we've got ASML, like it's setting the stage for the hardware, right? The
Right.
foundation.
Yeah.
What about the next company?
Okay.
Nvidia.
Nvidia, yeah.
This one you've probably heard of,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
especially if you're into gaming at all.
Yeah. They make those crazy, powerful graphics cards.
Right, those GPUs.
Yeah, the GPUs.
And they've become like the go-to
Okay.
for AI development.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so if you're building like the next big AI application,
You pretty much need to be using their stuff.
pretty much, yeah. And their financials are reflecting that.
So they must be doing really well then.
Oh, they're killing it.
Yeah.
Their revenue has gone up 94% year over year.
94%.
94%
Jeez.
in the last quarter alone.
That's insane.
It is insane. Plus, they've consistently beat their own financial projections
Oh, wow.
for the past 6 quarters.
So they're exceeding expectations left and right.
Big time. But, you know, they're also trading at a pretty hefty premium. Right?
Okay, so how much are we talking?
Over 31 times forward earnings.
That's pretty high.
It's high. So the question is, are investors getting ahead of themselves?
Right, right.
Or is NVIDIA's growth really like that exceptional?
It's a tough call.
It is. It is.
I mean, considering their market share and how fast they're growing,
Yeah.
it's not totally unreasonable.
Oh.
Plus, they have a dividend, too.
They do.
Yeah, but it's pretty small right now.
Oh, okay.
But it's growing pretty fast,
So it could be more significant down the line.
Exactly. It's something to keep an eye on.
Okay, interesting. So we've got ASML providing like the hardware foundation.
Yeah.
And we've got Nvidia powering a lot of AI development.
Right.
Where does the third company fit in?
Okay, let's hear it.
IonQ.
IonQ. Okay.
Yeah. This is where it gets really, intriguing.
Intriguing. Okay.
IonQ is a leader in the field of quantum computing.
Quantum computing, whoa.
Yeah.
That's like next level stuff.
It is. It's still early stages.
I mean, I've heard about it, but I don't really understand it.
It's pretty mind-bending.
Yeah.
But the potential impact on AI could be massive.
Okay, so break it down for me.
So, the computers we use today, they process information in a certain way.
Right, like ones and zeros bits.
Exactly. But quantum computers, they're totally different.
Okay.
They use these crazy principles of quantum mechanics.
Quantum mechanics, wow.
To do calculations that regular computers they can't even touch.
So, what does that actually mean for AI?
Well, imagine being able to create totally new types of AI algorithms that can analyze massive amounts of data and solve incredibly complex problems.
Yeah.
With speed and efficiency we can't even imagine right now.
So we're talking superpowered drug discovery, personalized medicine based on your DNA.
Absolutely.
Maybe even truly intelligent machines.
Exactly. Like the stuff of science fiction.
Yeah, that's wild.
And that's why IonQ is getting so much attention, even though they're still in the very early stages.
So they're a high-risk, high-reward kind of investment?
Big time. The article says they're trading at 233 times trailing sales.
233 times sales.
233 times sales.
233. That's a lot of faith in their future.
That's a huge bet.
It is.
Yeah.
But there are also some huge technical hurdles they have to overcome.
Right.
To, make quantum computing mainstream,
Yeah, it's still early days.
It is. So investing in IonQ is definitely a long game.
You're really betting on the future of quantum computing with that one.
Absolutely. And that IonQ will be one of the leaders.
So it's you're at the very beginning of a technological revolution.
Yeah, and IonQ is trying to plant their flag, right?
I like that, planting their flag.
Yeah, it's a very bold move.
But they're not trying to build and sell these quantum computers themselves, right? That's what's interesting. They've partnered with the big cloud providers.
Oh, wow.
Microsoft Azure, AWS, Google Cloud.
Okay, so they're making it more accessible.
Yeah, so more researchers and developers can get their hands on it.
That's a clever approach.
It is.
It lowers the barrier to entry.
Exactly. It's they're trying to build a whole ecosystem.
Yeah, it's not just a product, it's a platform.
So to recap, we've got ASML.
The foundation.
The established player, the foundation. We've got Nvidia.
The powerhouse.
The powerhouse driving AI development right now.
And then we have IonQ.
IonQ, the wild card. The future bet.
The one to watch.
Yeah, each representing a different piece of this AI puzzle.
It's a really interesting mix.
And what's cool is that the author, he's not just talking about this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He's actually putting his money where his mouth is.
He's investing in these companies himself.
He says he's increasing his positions in Nvidia and IonQ.
Wow.
And he's starting a new position in ASML.
He's all in.
He's all in. And it's also worth noting that the Motley Fool itself has positions in all three companies.
Oh, interesting. So they're putting their money where their mouth is, too.
They are, which, transparency is important.
Definitely, especially when it comes to financial advice.
Exactly. And speaking of financial advice, I want to be crystal clear with you about something. This deep dive is absolutely not financial advice.
Of course.
We're just kind of exploring one expert's viewpoint,
Right. Just giving you some food for thought.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Your investment decisions should always be based on, your own goals.
Yeah, definitely.
Your risk tolerance and your own research, right?
Absolutely. Always do your own research.
Yeah. Due diligence is key.
And it's important to remember, no investment is completely risk-free.
Right.
Especially in a field like AI. Things are changing so rapidly.
It's true. The companies that are on top today might not be there tomorrow.
That's a good point.
So how do you navigate that kind of uncertainty?
That's a tough one.
As an investor?
Well, I mean, diversification is always a good strategy.
Okay, so don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly. Spread your investments across different companies, different sectors.
Makes sense.
That way, if one company stumbles, it doesn't tank your entire portfolio.
Yeah, that's good advice.
And of course, thorough research is essential.
Oh, yeah.
Don't just buy into the hype.
Right.
Really dig into the company's financials, look at their competition, their long-term strategy,
It's like what we were talking about with ASML.
Yeah, the EUV thing.
Yeah, having a monopoly is great.
It's a huge advantage.
But it also makes you wonder, what if something happens to them?
Oh, right. Like, what if their production falters?
Exactly. Or a new technology emerges.
That's a risk you have to consider.
Yeah, it's like a chain is only as strong as its weakest link.
Exactly. And with AI, those links extend beyond the companies themselves.
What do you mean?
Well, we have to think about the societal implications, too.
Oh, right, like the impact on jobs.
Jobs, privacy,
Security.
even the nature of human intelligence.
Those are big questions.
They are, and there aren't always easy answers.
It can be a bit overwhelming.
It can, but it's a conversation we need to be having.
Especially as investors.
Yeah, we're helping to shape the future of this technology.
So, like, what questions should investors be asking themselves?
That's a good question.
When it comes to AI, I mean...
I think the most important thing is to look beyond the hype.
Okay.
And ask yourself, what kind of future do I want to see AI create?
Wow, that's powerful.
And then align your investment decisions with that vision.
So it's not just about making money.
It's about making a difference.
It's about ethics.
Exactly. It's about using your investment power to support companies that are doing good.
They're developing AI responsibly.
Right, and beneficially.
It's recognizing that AI is a tool.
A very powerful tool.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad.
It all depends on who's wielding it.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, what's the key takeaway about the risks and societal impact of AI investing?
I think it comes down to this. AI is going to change the world. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And as investors, we have a responsibility to engage with it thoughtfully.
Thoughtfully and ethically.
Yes, it's not just about maximizing returns. It's about building a better future for everyone.
That's a great point.
We have to think about the bigger picture.
So we've talked a lot about the big picture today.
Right.
Specific companies.
The broader implications.
What really stood out to you from this article?
Let me think. Honestly, the thing that surprised me was that the author put IonQ in there with those other companies.
With ASML and Nvidia?
Yeah, like those are well-established companies.
Right.
And then there's IonQ, this startup.
Yeah.
It's like he's saying the future of AI might be something completely different.
Totally.
Not just like improvements on what we already have.
Yeah, like it could be a whole new way of thinking about computing.
Exactly.
And you know, it's crazy. Investors are buying into it.
Yeah, they're putting their money where their mouth is.
IonQ's valuation is through the roof.
It's insane, especially compared to their revenue.
There's so much faith in their future.
Like they're betting on quantum computing being huge.
Yeah, even if it takes a while to get there.
It's a long-term play for sure.
Makes you wonder what kind of breakthroughs are coming.
Yeah, like what's next?
Will quantum computing give us AI that can solve problems we haven't even thought of yet?
Who knows? It's exciting to think about.
It is, but also a little scary.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Like we're entering uncharted territory.
Exactly.
But you got to hand it to IonQ.
Yeah.
Partnering with those cloud providers, that was smart.
Why do you say that?
It gets their technology into more hands.
Right.
More people can experiment with it.
Yeah, more brains working on it.
Exactly. It's like they're democratizing quantum computing.
I like that.
And then we get to see what happens.
It'll be interesting to see where it goes.
Imagine, in a few years, we're doing a deep dive on an article from 2035.
Oh, wow.
Looking back at how quantum computing changed AI.
That would be amazing.
And which companies came out on top.
I'd love to hear that episode.
Right. AI designing life-saving drugs.
Personalized treatment plans.
Maybe even solving climate change.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless.
But we have to be careful.
We do.
AI is a powerful tool.
Extremely powerful.
We have to use it responsibly.
For the benefit of everyone.
Which brings us back to the main point of this whole deep dive.
Yeah, what's that?
Investing in AI is more than just picking stocks.
It's about shaping the future.
Yeah, our investment decisions have real-world consequences.
That's a good point.
We have to think about what kind of future we want.
And support companies that are working towards that.
Exactly. It's about aligning your investments with your values.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive on AI stocks,
Okay.
what's the one thing you want our listener to remember?
I'd say stay curious, stay informed, and don't be afraid to ask the tough questions.
Love it.
The future of AI is being written right now,
It is.
and we all have a part to play.
Well said.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
My pleasure. It was a great conversation.
Until next time.
See you then.